there. Welcome to our reading for April 2018. Now, this is a general reading, so see how it feels for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, and praying about. We are all spiritual. We're all psychic. We are all children of God. We're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. This could clarify the past. It could shed light into the future or be right in sync with the now. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest, greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. If you want a more in-depth look at your month, check out your sun, moon, and rising sign videos. And if you get a chance, try to check out the musical playlist that I put below. See if there's something personal for you in the lyrics, in the videos, in the songs, or just enjoy the tunes. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. I hope you enjoy the reading. I'll see you in a moment. Leo, welcome to our reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's begin. Let's get clarity on the energies coming through in April 2018. We're going to start the reading with the Archangel Oracle. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. We're going to start with one card, get some general advice, wisdom, and clarity for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Some insight into April 2018. Peace is coming through for Leo. So a peaceful energy, a peaceful resolution coming through for you. Maybe there was a conflict or butting heads, an argument in the past, or something weird going on now, and there's a breakthrough in communication. There's a way to see the other person's perspective. Maybe somebody else is gaining your perspective, seeing where you're coming from. This is a peaceful, loving, healing energy coming through for Leo. I see this angel, I want to say letting the bird free, you know, letting something go, letting it be, allowing it to unfold, to happen, to occur naturally, maybe in divine timing, maybe in a different season, maybe not right away, but perhaps later something comes back to you. So allow yourself to feel free in a situation and give somebody else that same freedom. I want to say that same trust as well. So it could be resolving a situation that happened in the past. Maybe it's letting bygones be bygones. Maybe you see eye to eye. Maybe you don't. Maybe you have different opinions, different personalities. Maybe there's a clash, but maybe there's a way to work together. It makes me think of an orchestra, the different instruments, woodwinds, brass, percussion, strings, but together they create a harmony. So I feel like there's a harmonious energy coming through for Leo. Maybe something was out of tune before or kind of wacky before, and you know, you learn to tune something up. That always makes me think of a car too. So maybe check your car, check your oil, your fluids, your tires, everything like that. Keep on top of everything. Maybe write yourself a note if you have to remember it later. Archangel Shamiel is peace comes from remembering that only love is real. We're human. That made me think of that weird song, Only Human. I'll put that below. But it makes me think of, you know, we all make mistakes. We all mess up. We all learn. We all grow, sometimes at different paces. Sometimes we break apart and come back together. Sometimes we break apart and do something different. So there might be something that falls out of your world, the energy has changed, and there might be something better coming through, you know, or a new resolution, a new way to approach that old situation. So it's not the same old way. There's a peaceful way to resolve something. I I get gentle energy with this too. So, and the golden light makes me think of the sun, brilliant energy. Maybe there's a big idea coming through, like an aha moment, like that's what you have to do. Maybe it's just letting something go and allowing it to come through naturally. Like randomly when you're at a store or on a walk, that's when that solution comes through. That's when that idea comes through. Not when you're holding on to something so tight. It's when you let it go that it comes through. It could be freeing something else up in your world as well. Maybe freeing up your schedule, freeing up something that's weighing you down. Archangel Shamiel, peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Maybe there's a new love connection coming through, reigniting that flame that you already have, you know, a new passion coming through. I keep hearing seeing eye to eye, something like that. So maybe it's actions, not necessarily words, that are important. Maybe it's leading by example, Leo. Let's get clarity for Leo on peace. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. You know, we're all God's children. We're all love. Love is important. It's the most powerful energy we can experience. So let's get clarity with the tarot card for Leo. Peaceful resolution. New situations coming through. I feel like it's not a harsh energy. Maybe there was a harsh energy before and there's a different approach, a different direction, a different way you should go where the energy is soft. It's uplifting. It's re-energizing. It feels good being there. So maybe that's a different direction than the one you were going before. I hear change of the season. Maybe it's just changing the season. Maybe allowing something to grow naturally, to occur naturally. Let's get another card for Leo. Clarity on peace. And Leo, the Magician, is coming through. So there's a manifestation energy coming about in April for you guys. So you have all the tools that you need. Everything that you need to manifest something is right there. Maybe not all at once, but when you need it. So when I see, here it's the alchemist. He's studying something in a book. So maybe you're gaining knowledge somewhere, getting some wisdom. It could be experience, something like that. But I feel like you're looking into something further. You're finding more about something, maybe more about a certain person or how to do something. Maybe going back to school, signing up for a class. You're concentrating on something here. There's also the pentacle, the rod, the sword, and the cup, and a bunch of junk underneath the table. So there's a bunch of stuff that's maybe not useful. So maybe you tried all of that out and it doesn't work, and just use what works. Look at this. You see the table under here. There's all this junk. It makes me think of cleaning the room and shoving everything in a closet or under the bed. So maybe you need to go through your closets, you know, your junk corner, maybe your garage, something like that. Maybe there's something awesome you can work with, but you couldn't see it before it was cleared out. So maybe clearing your space is important. Maybe one cupboard at a time, one area at a time, so it's not so overwhelming. I just see like a messy closet here. So maybe there's a solution in the closet, something that you thought you lost, that maybe you'll find. When the alchemist or the magician comes through, it's paying attention to your thoughts. It starts there, and then it becomes reality. It starts to manifest in your world. So pay attention to your thoughts, what you're focused on. Focus on the blessings. Focus on what is working, what is magical in your world, and follow those clues. Sometimes you have to try something a bunch of different ways before you figure it out. But once you figure it out, now you know what to do, and then it becomes easier and more natural for you. You know, I see him like inventing something, and you try something out 200 different ways, but that one time, Leo, that it works is all you needed. It was worth all the effort. And now you know what not to do, you know? Sometimes the magician or the alchemist can be the trickster because you don't understand how he or she really did that thing. It's like in illusions, like how did that work? So maybe that's you. You are natural at something, you're talented at something, you make it look really easy, and somebody else does not understand how you do it. Maybe you're trying to teach something and your approach wasn't working, and all you needed to do was maybe demonstrate or show somebody a different way and they get it. Or maybe this is you finding a new teacher that just teaches that thing differently, that you get it. Or maybe it's just being into the subject so much that you have a passion to learn. I feel like there's a learning energy. Learning teacher, student, something like that. It could be starting like a new business or something like that where you start very simple and it expands. These are good seeds you plant that manifest into your real life, that grow further. I want to say a vision board, and I want to say cleaning up the mess. There's somewhere in your world, whether it's a relationship, a situation that wasn't healed in the past, or an actual mess that you have to clean up, and you'll feel better. You'll feel less messy inside as well, like less overwhelmed. It makes me think of trying to get to another room and tripping on your shoes that were left in the middle of the floor. So maybe there needs to be a designated space for something. It could be you having your own little space, you know, your own little spiritual corner to do something, do your projects, meditate, hang out in your man cave, or like, you know, the rec room, something like that. I'm getting like rec room, extra room, something like that that you can clear out and make something magical in, you know, like a space for you or maybe for your kids, something like that. I want to say renting a space, maybe like an industrial space even, like a garage or an office, something like that. Maybe you were doing something in your home and there's actually a bigger space for you to work in, so you feel less claustrophobic. So you're not worrying about your dishes and, you know, doing the laundry and everything when you could be manifesting something brilliant in your world. I want to say it has to do with work or projects or crafts or hobbies, something you're into. You have everything you need. You have the right teachers there. The right teachers will come through. The right connections will come through. I want to say the right clients will come through too. So start, begin. This is still Major Arcana number 1. So it takes you putting energy into something for it to work. You have to push that ball and get it a-rolling, you know, get it started. Put your foot on the gas and get something moving. So let's get clarity for Leo. See what else I see here. I want to say the infinity sign. A light in the background and a bunch of books. Maybe there's something in a book, you know, a good idea or something just falls out of the shelf. You just randomly open a book to the answer, to the right page. Maybe you find a business card, something like that. You give the person a text or a call and that right connection is made. Maybe you put something on the back burner before and it's time to bring something back into your world. It's a magical energy too. So pay attention to miracles, small and large, synchronicities that occur in your world when the thoughts you think actually appear in your world. Let's get clarity for the Alchemist number 1 and peace for Leo. We're going to get a card from the Animal Tarot. Clarity on the Alchemist. I feel like it's right at your fingertips. Like it's something you work with your hands, maybe your talents, your words, maybe you play an instrument, something like that, or you're really good at a tool. Like there's a specific tool, a trade. It makes me think of an apprentice, something like that, something that not everybody can do, but you can do well, or you're going to learn that you can do it well. If you just start, if you just try, maybe sign up for that class, that apprenticeship, something like that, Leo. get another card. Clarity for Leo. And the Prince of Winter is coming through. So the Prince of Winter is, he's usually really quick, usually an air-like sign. So it could be a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra-like energy, but it doesn't have to be. Usually he's a bit younger, determined, daring. Sometimes he has the blinders on. He has one direction that he or she wants to go, and they're on their way. They're going. They're in and they're out. They have a focus, a direction. So he could help you focus on something, or this could be you coming through helping this person focus in a particular direction. Maybe they were going down the wrong road. I want to say take time to pause, think about something. You don't always have to rush into it. It might seem like it has to be done now, and now is the only time it can happen, but maybe you can sleep on that matter, you know, and come back to it later. The opportunity will still be there. I like that it's the horse, the thoroughbred horse. So there's a powerful horse energy, maybe Chinese astrology. Maybe somebody has the horse. I also think of a horse as like deep connection, you know, like when you're sitting on a horse, it's almost like you're one with the horse. Your tiny little movements connect to the horse and it follows you. You follow each other. So maybe there's a deep connection with somebody, you know, I'm getting leading by example. Maybe it's actions, not necessarily words, although the Prince of Winter usually is pretty smart. He's a smart cookie, you know, he's very expansive in his mind. He has big opinions on things. So the Prince of Winter is decisive, focus, driven, and impulsive. Sometimes a little too impulsive, and sometimes a little too focused in one area, and he or she misses the bigger picture a little bit. So maybe you're recognizing the bigger picture in a situation and helping this person out, or maybe you need to be focused in one direction and not worrying about the whole picture so much. You know, maybe it's just getting to that next place and then changing your direction, or seeing, like checking everything, checking all the details, seeing how it worked. Thoroughbred horse is get ready for progress to speed up. The situation requires you to choose logic and intellect over emotion to make your decisions quickly. So I want to say give it a go, but if it doesn't feel right, if it feels like you should say no, then say no. You can always come back later and perhaps see if the opportunity is still there, but if it doesn't feel right, don't go with it. If it feels right, like you should give it a try, give it a try. Jump on in, give it a go, and see how it goes. I see like relay races, like where you get around the track and you give that relay, you know, the baton to someone else, or like a race energy. So there are points you stop where you rest and take a drink, get some water, and then continue. So make sure you pause. Don't keep running on empty. But maybe you have to make a quick decision somewhere in the month. You know, the classes start here. Are you going to do it or not? You know, I would say give it a go. If you feel like you should, you can always, you know, change your mind later. So thoroughbred horse, get ready for progress to speed up. I feel like that's a resolution as well. You know, it didn't go right. You had problems. You had bumps in the road, you know, things that didn't work before, and now it works. I also see you cleaning up a mess, Leo. So get ready for your progress to speed up. The situation requires you to choose logic and intellect over emotion to make your decisions quickly. So try not to get too emotionally involved with something. I want to say putting all your eggs in a basket. Just think logically. Find out more about it first before you make a decision, or make the decision and try it out and see how it feels. Let's get clarity. We're going to move along to the Oracle of Visions for Leo. clarity on the Alchemist, the Prince of Winter, and Peace. And we have number 4. It's like different seasons. It makes me think of, you know, the same person here, but a younger perspective, an older perspective. You know, there's something beautiful about being green, being new at something, and there's something beautiful about the experience. But maybe it's seeing eye to eye. Oh, maybe that's that seeing eye to eye here. Connection. It could be connection with a different generation as well. Maybe an older or younger generation has some good ideas for you that you never thought of. Maybe you're the one with those good ideas, that new connection. I feel like it's also just growth. It's going through something, having experience, learning something, going through changes, and gaining new perspective because of what you've gone through. So let's see, number 4. Is perspective and points of view. I was like you are now, and I know that it's not easy to be calm when you found something's going on, but take your time, think a lot. Why? Think of everything you've got, for you will still be here tomorrow, but your dreams may not. Lyrics from Father and Son, Cat Stevens. There may be no right or wrong. The view is the same, but the perspective is different. Fresh ideas and experience sharing the same eyes, but a different vision. It makes me think of going to college, or, you know, signing up for something where you learn something you thought you wanted to know about, but then in the process, you realize there's something else way better for you. Once you start down that path, your path may change, and that's okay. At least you started down the path. It might be who you meet along the way. It might be more about the journey than that actual destination point. 2 manifestations of the same person share a commonality. One from the fresh, eager innocence of youth, the other from the calmer, sobering maturity of experience. Both grasp the same mask in unison, their destinies entwined, and ultimately is inseparable. At some point, both will see the same vision. So I just thought of Stuck in the Middle with You. I'll put that below. There's also another song, I want to say Sister Golden Hair. I think I put that in a playlist before. I'll put that in the playlist below. I think there's something in the lyrics there. I think it's like, will you meet me in the middle? Something like that. So I hope this reading was helpful to you. I hope there's a meeting in the middle, how something can manifest in your world, bring change into your world, maybe start down that road, even if along the way that road takes you a different direction. I hope this was helpful. I love you so much, Leo. I'll see you soon. Bye.